Alright guys, just thought I'd give you a little bit of a tour on my bookshelves of classic games. My top shelf here, I've got my Sega Game Gear handheld, all my games. Got Lion King, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Rare Stargate, which is a pretty fun puzzler. Got Zoop, which is a Super Nintendo port. And then Bust-A-Move, which is like a puzzling matchup. Then I got an extra case there. And I got a whole bunch of Disney games, which are alright. I picked this whole thing up for $25 from That's Entertainment. Sorry, like I said in my last video, I'm suffering from a bit of a cold. Got Caesar's Palace, Aladdin, Super Battle Tank, The Jungle Book, Super Columns, and Miss Pac-Man. Those are all alright games. This was obviously brought in by maybe a young girl who let her dad play Caesar's Palace, or her brother play Caesar's Palace, or Super Battle Tank. Right below that, I've got my APF TV Fun Model 401A in the box. Fun Pong console, really old. Picked this up off eBay for $33. And I got my PlayStation 1. Got Assault Retribution, fun beat-em-up platformer. Activision classic games for the Atari 2600. Final Fantasy VIII, all 4 discs in the box. And then Quake 2, which is a pretty good port, but it's kind of clunky since it doesn't allow analog input. I picked up classic games in Final Fantasy yesterday, actually, with some Christmas money. And here I've got my N64, All-Star Baseball, Forsaken 64, just did a review on that. Went into Zelda Ocarina of Time, Pokemon Snap, Star Wars Shadow of the Empire, and War Gods, which is a horrible fighter. I'll probably do a review on that later. And yes, I do keep my games in alphabetical order, if you caught that. And then got memory card plus Rumble Pack. No battery cover on the Rumble Pack, unfortunately, or Tremor Pack plus, rather. Game Shark version 1.06 console, and then I got the 2 Zelda manuals down here. And George Mask one has the corrections card. Got a lot of accessories for my NES. Probably my most rare is the wireless NES Satellite. It's a multi-tap. 4 controller ports, turbo buttons for A and B, controller or gun switch, not quite sure about that, and then power. Got the boxed NES cleaning kit with the cleaning fluid. I'll show you what's in there. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. Picked this up for $4 from That's Entertainment. Hold on a sec. There. So, we got the cleaning cartridge. You put this into your NES, push it down, and then, I quote, "The cleaning blades will clean all the 72-pin connectors." We got the Rekaton game cleaning fluid. It's about half full. Dropper valve on the top. Put that on top of the wet cleaner wand inside of the, that would be right here. And you would put it inside of your games and like on both sides of the touch sensor things and move around. And so that's pretty rare to find with the cleaning fluid. It's supposed to come with some extra pads, but mine didn't. So I'm just gonna get a one of those mop things and cut it up. Use that. Got my games here. Don't have very many games with my NES. It was my first console, so a lot of them have been lost. Got it when I was like 8. Here we got my Game Genie by Galoob with the code book. It's not in the best condition. In fact, it's one in some of the worst condition I've ever seen a code book. But then we got my boxed Excite Bike, which is pretty fun, programmable, black label. Konami Laser Scope, Light Gun, NES Advantage, and classic NES controllers are somewhere through in here. Second shelf, we got my, fifth shelf from the top. We have my Sega systems and accessories. You probably can't see that since Sega is so dark. Got my Menacer without the sight. I'll show you that put together. So here we have the actual Menacer. Got the butt of the gun here. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. Then yeah, so this is what it looks like. Probably do a review on this later. Doesn't have a sight, so I've been looking for one of those. It'd be like a scope right here. It requires 6 AAA batteries, and there's no on-off switch that I've been able to find. So, if any of you know about that, then please tell me, because you have to take the batteries out. They go in like right through here. Take off the sight here. We got my Sega performance controllers. 2 of them. One of them is missing the slow switch. My classic Master System controller. Marksman shooting and trap shooting. Picked this up for $2. I got it with the light phaser, but the light phaser didn't end up working for Mass Entertainment, so I've returned that, but kept the cartridge. Thunderblade, which is a helicopter shooter, like Galaga, or got it. This boxed Transbot Sega card game for $15. Not sure if that's overpriced or not, but it's a pretty fun little platformer. Plays like Mega Man. Did not come with a manual, unfortunately, just the box and the game. Then we have my power base here. Cartridges and cards. So it's in pretty good condition. Worked perfectly. And then got our AV out. Something weird that this came with, I bought it all for $55, is a computer RF switch box, because it had the right hookup to, sorry, wires have gotten all tangled. Computer RF switch box for like a Texas Instruments TRS-80 or something. It's like a 7-pin connector. It's got some electric tape there. Just solder that on later. So yeah, you got the antenna switcher thing here. So that's kind of odd. Had the right connector to go into the AV out of this, so the person that was selling it must have thought, oh, it must be this one. Luckily enough, I had an RF out that worked with my Intellivision. Then we have my Sega Genesis Classic 3-button controllers, Arcade Classics, 6-pack, the Menacer 6-game cartridge, which works with the Menacer light gun, Shanghai 2 Dragon's Eye, which I showed you some gameplay of in my first review, and then Super Street Fighter 2, the new Challengers, which I also showed you some gameplay of. Here we have the receiver thing for the Menacer light gun. Allows it to be like the Super Scope, where it has the crosshairs actually showing you on the TV. Got one of my, oops, sorry. Show you that in a sec. Got my Sega mouse, which I showed you some use of. Another 3-button controller. And then here we have my Performance SuperPad 6-button controller. I've got my actual Model 2 console. And then College Football USA 96 and PGA Tour 96. And then down here I've got my Intellivision games and Intellivision. Did that review on that earlier. Got let me show you one game since I've got like 30. Burger Time, which is a pretty good port. Then I ran out of room in these shelves, so I went onto these plastic ones here with my Dreamcast that I also got yesterday. Picked this up for about $40. And then here I've got a boot disc, which allows me to play imports, because I've been thinking about getting a Gundam game. I really like that anime. And also Full Metal Alchemist. Spec Ops 2, Omega Squad, Action Adventure. Pretty good shooter. Test Drive. V-Rally. Picked this up for $4. Not in the original case, but it's got the original back cover art. Sorry. Here's the actual disc. Didn't pick this up with any of the visual memory units, but I've also been thinking about getting one of those off of eBay with some birthday money. Then last thing, got my power pad up there. Thank you for watching, subscribing, sharing, commenting, everything. And I'll be seeing you later. Maybe with a review of War Gods or Test Drive V-Rally or something. See,